Welcome to the Matrix Greenfield podcast, where we explore the journeys of leaders, innovators, and change makers, shaping industries and redefining the way we work. I'm your host, Hilmarie Hutchison, and today's guest is at the forefront of transforming commercial real estate in Abu Dhabi. Loubna Atbir is an experienced commercial space specialist and a key driver behind the success of Office Square Abu Dhabi. From the rising demand for premium business centers to the role of sustainability and technology in redefining workspaces, today we'll discuss the future of flexible office solutions and how Office Square is leading the way. Loubna, welcome and thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, Hilmarie. Thank you for having me.
Your career in commercial real estate has been remarkable. But before we get into what you're doing now, can you take us back to the beginning? What was the dream growing up and how did you end up here in the UAE?
I'm originally from Morocco. I had started my career in the UAE in 2014 in the aviation industry. And I slowly realized that UAE is a real estate hub and I become curious. And the more interested, the more I looked into it, the more I wanted really to switch to real estate. I managed to enter this field after my previous position in 2020. And from that, I adventured into different side of real estate, starting from the residential real estate to the commercial. And I finally came to understand that the commercial real estate looked better and I really enjoyed it. My dream growing up was actually to be in real estate and commercial real estate. And specifically speaking, that is exactly where I am now.
It's incredible to have had a dream so specific and to see it fulfilled is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, so overall, that was my journey. I started from Morocco and from there I moved to the UAE in 2014 and joined different industries. And from that, I entered the real estate. And now, as a commercial real estate specialist, I believe I'm currently living my dream.
When you came to Dubai, as you say, you were in a totally different industry. What was that? What were you doing before you got into the real estate business?
I was operations specialist in the aviation sector.
So then you saw a gap in the market. How did that lead, or how did your journey lead to Office Square Abu Dhabi?
So, as I mentioned before, I was always curious to learn more about real estate, even when I started my career. My journey actually started in the residential real estate. I decided to switch to the commercial leasing, and that I had the opportunity came up with Office Square Abu Dhabi initially for Aldar HQ offices, and just by sheer coincidence, I got the job. So from that time, I started running the business for Aldar HQ for Office Square, and now I'm managing the both centers in Aldar and Nation Towers Mall, two different locations, and it's really very exciting opportunity.
Fantastic. Office Square has experienced rapid success, with your first location reaching 80% occupancy within just 3 months. What do you think is driving this strong demand for flexible office spaces in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, so actually, we've been very lucky as Office Square has moved to Abu Dhabi market at the right time. Actually, the commercial office space for A grade one, we're talking about premium buildings, almost full here in Abu Dhabi. You can say no capacity. And the Abu Dhabi business market is really looking for an urgent an urgent looking for premium serviced offices, and there's literally no availability. When you check around here in Abu Dhabi, only few buildings that we can consider them as premium locations or premium buildings. So this is the perfect time for us. We have entered the market, and the soonest we open our first branch in Aldar HQ, the quickest we start having a large government companies clients started signing up with us, and now they're occupying almost 50% of our space for a long-term agreement. We planned similar pattern for Nation Tower location, our second location, and the reason why, as I said, there is a shortage of a premium A-grade offices, which is what make very strong drive and demand for flexible office space for Office Square in Abu Dhabi. And also, as you are aware, that ADGM has recently announced that they're taking over Reem Island. Lots of companies, especially the big companies, are looking for premium offices outside the ADGM, which also drive us a lot of sales for Office Square as well.
That's fantastic. Well done on all the success that you've experienced so far. Let's change gears a little bit. Let's talk about sustainability. I know sustainability is a growing focus in commercial real estate. How is Office Square integrating eco-friendly practices into its workspaces?
So actually, when you visit Office Square facilities, you will always notice there is a greenery in all through the centers. From the reception when you enter, the plants are there. We have also positioned some plants on the entrance area. You have also like a fresh grass. It's a fresh green grass that is integrated into our interior designs and the whole walls of the centers. And actually, this helps the quality of the air that our clients are breathing within our centers and also brings some positivity. You know, the greenness always brings some good vibes and also good well being. So, yeah, we are very proud with our sustainability initiative. It's something new in the market for the office space and being a green office or green co-work space. And our clients love the space and love the positivity of the furnish we are providing. Freshness, yeah.
No doubt having live plants and grass is helping to clean the air and brings a really positive feel and vibe to any space. So it's excellent that you have incorporated that into your workspaces. Let's shift a little bit and talk about technology. We know that technology is playing an increasing role in redefining the way we work. What innovations are you incorporating into office spaces to enhance productivity and flexibility?
One of our unique technology approach that has been installed in both centers is the remote access to offices via Bluetooth app, which is through an application called Open Now. So the client now can come to their office and then they can have a remote access via their phone. They just need to tap their phone into the doors of the private office and they can get access into their space and also their staff. They can also have like an access with certain validations as well. So we really look this way forward. And now you can say we are keyless and we are using our phone technology in order to use accessibility within the center. So you can consider it as also a new digital concept. And as you are also fully aware, we offer phone mail management services as well. So we have like a world-class technology for our phone answering services, our connection to be able to connect all the clients within the centers.
So does this mean that your tenants are able to come and go at any time? They have access via their phone, so they've got 24/7 access to their office space?
Without fee.
Without key, that's fantastic. The post-pandemic world has certainly changed how businesses operate. What are some of the key shifts that you have observed in workplace demands and how do flexible workspaces meet those demands?
As we are all aware that during the pandemic, we all had to work from home. That was the only solution to continue operating. And now after the pandemic, we recently encouraged the companies to come back and work from offices to increase the productivity. How? It's by providing a great flexible full work solution space and keep also the client facing the world. And once they are back to the environment fully, then we can upscale them or downscale them, depends on their need.
Yeah, so instead of having to have a huge office space where possibly it's half empty because people are preferring to work from home at certain times, now they're able to take the space that makes sense for them at any given time. And as you said, they can upscale and downscale as the need might be. So that's saving resources or they're reducing the waste of resources by doing it this way so it's more efficient.
Correct, yeah.
Abu Dhabi, as you mentioned, is evolving. It's growing fast. It's evolving into a global business hub. What competitive advantages does the city offer, and how is Office Square positioning itself as a leader in the market?
As we are all aware that Abu Dhabi is a middle hub of the world. It's situated in the center of the world. So people, when they stop by Abu Dhabi, it's either for business, tourism, for exhibition. This is what makes this city really unique and very competitive. Also, Abu Dhabi is considered now as one of the richest cities worldwide. And also with so much happening, especially after the pandemic, a new project launched, real estate projects, organizational projects for the long term, announced either by the government or private entities, which positioned Office Square as a market leader. how this, when the new businesses come in to be based in Abu Dhabi, either in the free zone or the mainland, they will never worry to find ready serviced work solution space because we provide everything from A to Z. This is what makes Office Square competitive in a leading market like Abu Dhabi.
Yes, you providing everything makes it a lot easier. That almost leads to my next question. What advice would you give to entrepreneurs or companies considering flexible office solutions, but they might be unsure if it's the right fit for them? What should they consider?
So, as per my experience, facing the clients, facing especially the startup companies who decide to start up their businesses, the piece of advice that I would give is to plan your project. You have to plan your project, you have to plan your business. And when you plan your business, you choose a flexible office. I think this is the great way to control your budget, and the business center will definitely help you to run your business easily from the space you require to the support team given from the front line. So planning, I can say, is the key. And also Office Square, for information, is helping also the client to open their license to provide the PRO services for the client who's willing to establish their business in Abu Dhabi. We provide kind of PRO services. So it's like a whole, you can say, setup from A to Z to set you down and start running your business correctly. So yeah, planning is the key.
That makes sense because by them, instead of investing in their own property and then having to do the fit out, which costs a lot of money, and not sure how big a space they're going to need in the long run, it makes sense to rather go to a flexible office arrangement where they can scale their business depending on where they're at in their growth. They don't have all the expense of fitting out an office. Everything is already there. You've already got support services in place. And this also, as you mentioned, helps them to manage their budget. They know exactly what they're going to be spending. There's no, unexpected costs or unexpected surprises, things that generally come up when you are investing in your own property. It seems to be a really good solution, especially for entrepreneurs or companies just starting out in the area.
Yes, correct.
Now we've come to the segment of our show where I'll ask you some rapid fire questions, our version of a game show. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is one must-have feature in a modern office space?
There is a new feature has been introduced recently in the modern workspace called broadcast room that is dedicated for anyone who's working in the social media, who's interested to do any broadcast. So I can say this can be a modern feature in any modern office space.
Excellent idea, because sound and creating video clips and sound clips is so important for social media today. So to have a podcast room or a media room is absolutely a brilliant idea. I love it.
Yes, it's something new.
If you could work from any location in the world, where would it be?
I can work from serviced, fully furnished office with a view. For me, the view is very important.
Any location in the world, though? Is there a special city or a special beach or a special place that you would love to be in all the time?
So specific location, I'm going to say from a rooftop.
What is the best business advice you've ever received?
I received a lot of advices, but the advice that really works and prosper with me is resilience and being flexible.
Being flexible, I like that. Good advice. Do you have a book or a podcast that has inspired you?
I'm actually someone who's reading a different language, not only English. We can say The Power of the Subconscious Mind. That was one of the books that really marked me.
Okay, what is one thing that you do every day, no matter how busy you get?
I'm trying to be exposed to the sun as much as I can.
Oh, good.
Actually, even if for a few minutes, that's enough for me. That boosts my energy for the whole day.
Oh, lovely. Well, thank you for playing along. That was not too difficult. That's the end of the game show. Now I would like to ask you our signature question. What was your green pill moment, the action or event that was the turning point for you or your career?
So I'm going to say the turning point was when I joined Office Square Abu Dhabi, because I've been challenged having the responsibility to manage a new business center, can say a new brand in Abu Dhabi, in challenging market like Abu Dhabi. And actually that took me to a level up in my career. It's really a huge privilege and a new challenge for me to be given such responsibility to manage two centers independently.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience and your story with us. Congratulations on the success of Office Square Abu Dhabi. I'm sure it'll continue to grow. Loubna, it has been a pleasure having you on the show. Your insights into commercial real estate, sustainable workspaces, and the growing business landscape in Abu Dhabi are incredibly valuable.
Same here, Hilmarie.
Before we sign off, where can our listeners connect with you and learn more about Office Square Abu Dhabi?
To learn more about Office Square, don't hesitate to visit our website, officesquare.com. That will give you a clear picture about who's Office Square, where we are located, what are our services, and what journey we provide to our clients.
Thank you again so much, Loubna, for being here. I've truly enjoyed this discussion. Our audience is going to enjoy this as well. And I wish you and Office Square Abu Dhabi all the very best.
Thank you so much.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Matrix Greenpool podcast. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, and stay connected for more inspiring stories. Until next time, keep innovating and shaping the future of work.
If you enjoy our conversations, please like and subscribe. See you next Wednesday.